The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Fantastic Forum, assemble! You're watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books and your live weekly conversation about entertainment and geek culture. We are the Fantastic Forum, coming to you live and direct from the Hall of F. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you should stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, he is a riddle inside of an enigma, trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. You don't know him. You love him anyway. He's our silent assassin, Jay.
Hey.
Hey, indeed, Jay. Hey, indeed. Next, he is our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the cowl. He is our resident Dark Knight detective. It's Oz.
I haven't gotten enough medicine today.
There it is. Get that meds. Get those meds, Oz. Next, he is the backbone, the pillar, the strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh invulnerable brawler and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
He needs to go see his doctor that was mistakenly portrayed as a doctor. And then, the sign of the cross.
As for myself, my name is Lawrence Young. They call me Mary Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. Thanks for being here. We got a great show for you today. We are going to be talking to you all about the latest Star Wars series to come out on Disney Plus. It is Star Wars Maul, Shadow Lord. So we'll be talking about that, and we're going to be talking to you all about the series, the completed series, Death to Pachuco. So we're coming back to Death to Pachuco and talking about it. It's in its entirety. And of course, whatever else it is that you all want to talk about. And we'll tell you how it is. You can let us know what it is you might want to get down on in just a moment. But before we do that, we want to make sure that we thank Mr. Scott Rubin, because without him, this show would not exist. So thank you, Scott Rubin. Hope all is well with you, good sir. And with that said, if you want to get down with Fantastic Forum, we do have a few different ways that you can do that. You can go ahead and actually go to fantasticforum.live, hit the call-in button, and right now you would be the 5th member of Fantastic Forum, where you can just jump on, say your piece, interact with us in real time if you like. Or if you're like, that's a little too much for me, you can always jump into chat, whether that be through YouTube or whether that be on Twitch. We'll take your comments directly out of chat and bring them into the show live and direct. So you can do that as well. But, definitely let us know what it is you have to say, because this joint's interactive, so feel free. And with that said, am I forgetting anything? For some reason, I'm feeling like I'm forgetting something in regards to, like, the housekeeping type stuff. But maybe not. Maybe that was everything, huh? Okay. Yeah, I'll take it.
Well,
okay,
you fired
cool.
the intern, so yeah.
I mean, listen. The intern quiet quitted.
Quitted.
So
Yeah, see.
He means she talked to HR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
So
listen,
we have to nip
look,
that in the bud.
if she talked to HR, she was talking about one of y'all, not me.
We have it on tape, unfortunately. That's
We have it on tape.
Which means why, look, I had to wear a half shirt because we had to pay her off because of you.
That's it. They literally stole Moses' sleeves.
Yeah.
We're not gonna let you sawwall your way out of this one, Lawrence. We'll pay the cost.
You're not gonna let me what now?
Oh, I forget.
You're innocent, like just like Bill O'Reilly. The truth will come out, even though we paid $32 million. Eventually,
okay.
It'll come out eventually.
Shout out to Heckzilla. I see Hecht in chat. He said, "Did you mention Scott Rubin?" I did mention Scott Rubin. So yeah, it wasn't that, but it's something. It's okay, or maybe it's nothing. Actually, it might just be how I'm feeling. But anyway, so what's going on, gents? How's everybody doing? What's new and interesting happening out in the world?
Jake Johnson. There was a news story about real quick. Jake Johnson was. I don't know if it was a April Fool's joke. I think it was, but that he's recording for his vocal parts for Across the Spider-Verse 2, the third one installment. But I don't believe it.
That's wild that
I
you feel
thought
like
the
that might
movie
be
was
April
already
Fool's
done.
joke.
Huh?
I thought that movie was already done.
No.
They showed clips at MegaCon or whatever the last con is.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it should be out already, but it's not.
I thought that was like way behind. I thought I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. El Hecht, how are you, sir? We gotta wait for Hecht to get his mic.
He's waiting for
Brought
Jay.
it in premature. Yeah, Jay, what were you gonna say, bud?
Oh, I was gonna say the Avatar Aang movie, which was announced a while ago. Like, they finished it, and they were setting it up for a streaming release. Like, they pulled it from theaters. Like, it was gonna do a theatrical run. They said no. We're gonna do it for streaming, and then someone leaked the entire thing onto the internet.
Oh
That
no.
sucks.
What? Where
Yeah,
would that be?
like I feel bad for the cast and crew.
Hecht said he's ready to do quality control to make sure that it's ready
No,
for streaming.
I just want to make sure I don't go there.
He's like, tell me where to find it so I can make sure to steer clear.
Yeah.
Now, Jay, as a member of the press, like you did, like check it out, right? Since it's available, like you didn't,
No,
ethically
I'm
you
waiting
wouldn't.
for the.
Oh, you wouldn't do that?
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm waiting for the official release. Like, I try not to.
You don't want to scoop the review?
Yeah, I try not to pirate when I don't have to.
Jay is the only redeeming person in
And
this.
like, yeah, I don't know. It just feels like
What's the situation, Jay, where you feel like you have to pirate?
um well, like, huh.
You can think about it. Don't worry. We can come back to it. Look, it's just the way you
Like,
said it.
It could be your
I
final
found that
thought.
interesting.
It's
like,
like,
no,
if I
right?
can't afford it,
Yeah.
like, let's say, for instance, I couldn't afford to buy Death to Pachuco 1 through 5,
Hypothetically, of course. Right?
hypothetically, then I would pirate it
Shit.
for the show.
Listen, why don't you want baby Barajas to eat?
We'll buy him a
Hey,
sandwich.
why doesn't he want me to read what he wrote?
Look,
This is all hypothetical. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, why doesn't he write
Seriously.
better? How about that? Then maybe more people
whoa,
buy it.
whoa. Hey,
We're
hey,
not
wait a
in the
minute now.
review yet, man.
Yeah.
So-
Hey, what? Look.
So that
Plus,
thing is
look,
happening again, where
What
I
thing is
can't hear Hecht.
Uh-oh.
What? But then you could hear him when he called back, right?
Yeah.
I'll be
Oh,
back.
got you. Okay, yeah, call back, Heck. I don't know what that's all about. So weird.
He's on a pirated signal.
That cricket was it?
Listen, we do things.
Did you hang up on him mid sentence?
No,
I did not.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's weird
Oh,
out for me too.
Guys, he's still there.
No. Okay.
Shh, shh, shh.
All right, hit us back, Heck.
I can hear you.
Wow,
Yeah,
those are,
Yeah, but
But Jay can't.
Joe can't hear you. Yeah,
sorry, those are some fucked up crickets. They're drunk.
they
I thought
were.
that, I was
like,
there was
oh.
that mouse that you found, the dead mouse that you keep finding, the dead mice.
Oh
by
yeah,
the DJ.
Oh boy.
He's public domain now. We could use his voice for real.
technically, I don't know what you're talking about. That's Hex voice we're using.
It is. Yeah, we gotta pay him.
So
Wait, don't tell them that when he calls back.
well,
It's YouTube's property.
are you gonna All right. Heck, say something, please, friend. Oh Lord. We all can't hear Heck now.
It's weird when he's quiet and he has that avatar too. Like,
Right.
it's so
Can you hear me?
creepy.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear him now, Jay?
Yeah.
All right.
So weird.
Okay, cool. Look, I love how Jay was going to keep that to himself. Jay didn't even react or anything. I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll ask.
He reacted, but he's,
Okay.
Jay's a military man, so he just went like, his eyebrow just flickered. Yeah.
A little twitch.
He's
Yeah.
like,
It
Jay's
takes
like,
me a while to react.
That's fair. So
10
how
minutes
bad
right,
is
like,
this gonna? How bad is this gonna hurt the Avatar Aang movie? You think?
You know, it's gonna hurt it. Like, I don't know how to quantify or to what quantity it will hurt it, but it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely not great.
well, even just getting
Right.
set back to streaming instead of theatrical release, that alone hurts the production, right? Because they, at least maybe to get funded to make another one, like, because now there's like, it's not like they can see how much money they make or to correlate that to the demand,
Yeah, it's definitely the decision to not put it in theaters definitely hurt the cast and crew.
But you can still get numbers in regards to like how much people watched the show. Like, and don't get me wrong, I understand that it's a different model. Like, I'm not saying like, okay, revenue wise it's the same, because I'm not trying to make that point. I'm just thinking like, if you make the choice to put it on a streaming service, and you're like, okay, we're gonna put it on the streaming service, but if it brings, eyeballs to the streaming service, or if it, better yet, brings new subscribers, then that's like a win, right? Like that's
Well,
like literally.
I don't think that's happening in this case, because right now it's all. I think the decision to put it in streaming was because they're trying to because it would be on Paramount, right? Because it's a Nickelodeon
Yeah.
property. Yes, and they're trying to just sell that off, so they don't want to pay for distribution. Like I don't think they care if people watch it or not. Is the thing, Like that's why they put it on streaming only,
what streaming service is going to have it? Paramount?
Paramount.
Are they using it to like get more viewers onto Paramount?
I don't think they
Isn't
care because they're
Paramount-
trying to sell it. Like
No, it's the opposite, right? Paramount's the one buying, isn't it?
Buying
well, they're
who?
trying to do the merger, right? With the HBO.
Yeah, but well, with the Warner Brothers stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But Paramount's the one that's making the acquisition, not the one that's getting sold.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. Yeah, but they're also shutting. Like, yeah, I don't know. I was reading some shit that they're trying to just do more AI shit, but even the concerns, because they did the whole like that open letter that was signed by everybody, like David Fincher and all these people, and even like their response to that looked like it was generated by AI. Like we understand their queries, but like the way the response was, the PR response looked like it was done by AI. So that's part of.
Their
Go ahead.
cost cutting is like the real people
Yeah.
that work in the office. They're like, hey, get the fuck out of here. We got AI.
Yeah.
We got Chat GPT.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, I know that I'll be watching that movie wherever it ends up, whenever that happens. Like,
I mean, you can do it now.
You know.
It's on the internet now. So you don't say that because then they're gonna think you're gonna pirate.
No, I mean I'm talking about like I'll watch it on the streaming service. I would if it went to the movie theater. I would have went to the movie theater to go watch it because I like Avatar like that.
I'll wait till it's on Tubi.
I can enjoy it like
Tubi.
that. I can enjoy it like that, but I wish it would have gotten more. It does like that's a property that is a quality property. Like
Oh yeah.
those cartoons. Like so I'm not a huge fan, but what I have watched, even the Netflix live action was really good. Like
I agree.
surprisingly. So it's like I think the fans really deserve to have it be successful because they've stuck by it and they've grown with it too. Like I know people that they're grown now, but they were kids when it first aired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like it's crazy how long ago, like that show actually started because it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but it was.
Is this a live action?
No.
No, it's actually animated.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would be called Ong the movie.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, you guys ready to talk about some Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord?
No.
Yeah.
No. No. Okay. Well, listen. Time to talk some TV.
Also,
no, it's more about gel coat.
When the fourth round,
Don't you call it?
does it look good already? Jumbo Scampi for limited.
All right. We need to look into shortening that at some point.
It's been there. You could edit it. Just speed it up by the half times.
Oh, maybe that might be the way to go. Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
No, because then the music sounds weird.
No, but you can do the music too, but without speeding up the music. Speed up the video, but not the music. Because all you have to do is just let the pitch not adjust. Like keep the same pitch, even if it's faster.
Yeah, I'm not sure I know how to do that, but I'll
speed it up.
No, man, that's easy. All you have to do, yeah.
Okay.
Do I have to do it?
Say
Actually,
what?
that's really
I'm
easy with editing software because
It is.
there's a button to speed up your clip, and then there's usually like a little box.
A little
you
checkbox.
count,
Yeah.
so it changes the pitch.
It'll take less time than to actually complain about it than it takes for it to even render that little clip in the proper way.
Oh well, listen. Why don't y'all make it happen? Let's.
I already
let's-
did
We're
this.
trying to get
10
you
seconds.
involved, Lawrence. We're trying to get you
Huh?
involved.
Oh, listen. I'm involved enough. I promise. I'm way involved.
Sure.
So listen, Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord, new Star Wars series on Disney Plus, animated, brought to you by Dave Filoni, continuing basically the stories that he's been telling throughout Clone Wars, throughout like Bad Batch, friggin' Star Wars Rebels, like all that stuff, moving this story along. And so it's the story of Darth Maul, which I guess, technically not a Darth anymore, right? So everyone just calls him Maul. But it's Maul's story and him taking revenge on the criminal underground that's betrayed him and reclaim his spot in the criminal underworld. So it's a 10 episode series, if I'm not mistaken, but that's getting released basically two episodes a week. So yeah, so we're up. It released. I think does it release on Mondays? Am I right in saying that? I don't know. Like I feel like
the 13th. So yeah, Monday, the 6th, the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th.
There it is. So yeah, so It released on April 6th and is basically releasing 2 every week up until uh, basically May the 4th, Star Wars Day. So, yeah. What did you all think? Who loved it? Who hated it? Who thinks it shouldn't exist? What are your thoughts? Heck, did you get to see this at all?
I did not.
That's okay. Listen, you're a busy man, Hank.
Well,
I
he's
got,
also
man.
boycotting Disney.
I got no money, but I get paid this week. I finally
There, all right. There it
Big
is. Drinks on
boys.
Hacked. We love it.
Hey, we just
I know.
talked about you don't really need money. Never mind. Go ahead.
He needs
But
another commodity
Moses,
time.
plausible deniability.
Moses, you're boycotting Disney, but you definitely pirated it because you had to. I know. So talk to us. Look, allegedly pirated it. No. But yeah, talk to us.
It's in
Moses.
some
What did
files
you-
somewhere that they redacted everything.
Right. What did you think of Maul Shadow Lord?
I was angry at first because it's like kind of continuing something from something that I
Listen,
haven't.
I don't even believe it. You angry? That doesn't even sound like you.
It's like the dark side's calling me. I'm heeding the darkened call. But yeah,
But
so
it's
it's
continuing something else, and that made you angry.
I wanted to see more of a prequel, like his story, like how he came up into the dark side. Like I became a dark. But I think that's already in the books. So, and that's then I'm like, I was delighted because it's like, okay, this is what they're giving me because, they don't want to have to go and rewrite those books and change things, like I can go read those if I want, I don't know how far back they all go. I know there's a series of comics that go back pretty far, but then the novels that go almost like what you don't see in Phantom Menace, but a little before that, so, so I Jay, did you read those Darth Maul books?
No.
Yeah, but I think it was Terry Brooks that wrote them. But yeah, and it's like I rather.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, I rather have something like this than them tampering with something in the past. Even though that's like legends, like it's there but not there. Like it's like that stuff's already cool, I don't want them messing with it, and that's where I was delighted in watching it. And then so then I watched it and I loved it, and then I got mad because there's only 4 episodes so far.
Right.
I wanted the whole thing, but I don't even have Disney Plus, so it's like then I was mad that I only watched 1 episode.
Oh, did you only see 1 episode?
Yeah, I was so mad that I only watched 1 episode. Cause like fuck.
Oh, so
yeah, but that's a different reason. That's not a quality thing. And then, but yeah, the story I got in the first episode was tight. Like, it's this Dave Filoni character. I mean, I think he's he's okay. And I think that's where
this young upstart Dave Filoni.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do okay because that's the beauty of what Disney does with these Star Wars things, for better or worse. I know people don't like certain things, but they're the TV stuff is in a place and time in between certain spots, Whereas like the stuff that really kind of sucked was the stuff they try to do after, like the George Lucas stuff, that like beyond like Return of the Jedi, and even those were like, they're cool, but it's like, if I want somebody to do that, I want George Lucas to do that, I don't want random people and then have the corporation just edit it down for their benefit, and that's what I really like about Star Wars. Even the stuff I don't like, but it's cool stories, like the one with the keys, the Goonies one, like
the Goonies one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, there's reasons I didn't like that.
The live action series.
Ultimately, that's a cool story, and that's something I would love to see. Like, it reminds me the TV, the Star Wars TV stuff on Disney Plus reminds me of the Dark Horse Star Wars comics, where you would read stuff that isn't totally like directly adjacent to like the trilogies, you know what I mean? But they're set in the same universe, And then then you get into the old Republic stuff and all that, which that's all always really cool. So these things like that story with them kids like is one of those examples. Yeah. So even in Ahsoka, but yeah, I do think they're using Twi'lek, or is it Twi'leks? Is that what they call them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're using them too much. Like they don't need to be like the go-to like alien person.
Got you. No,
it could have been somebody else.
They are
like even that iguana-looking dude. Like that was one of the cool things about like looking at that old like reptile sage guy. Like he looks like a chameleon with his eyes going like, like. So like that guy looked cool as hell, and that's the character. It's like, oh man, like that added, and then it's like, and he's talking to a young Twi'lek. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. He's a sage, and then you need a pretty little something to look at. For some reason, people like Twi'lek, so you got to put a Twi'lek in it,
Yeah.
And not that I got anything other, but it's like all their stories are like it's like their go-to like non-humanoid, non-white person looking person in a Star Wars story now,
I
like
agree.
you could have done
like
another one of like Maul's, what is it, Zarox, whatever what they call them, like their race. Like it could have been somebody Sabrak. Yeah, it could be another one of those that just isn't like them, like especially if they're gonna interact later. I don't know if they will or not. It looked like they might. The ending made it seem like I really want to subscribe to Disney Plus.
Okay, well listen.
Blasphemy.
But yeah, I'm not gonna.
Oz, we know you have strong feelings about Star Wars and how things usually go. How did you feel about this?
It was fine. I'm tired of this era of Star Wars, though.
Are you?
Yeah.
Which era? Like, what is it about this era that is not doing it?
All we ever get.
So,
like, what do you want?
I want to go like 100 years after the Skywalker saga. Like just end all of that. Like we're done with that.
Okay.
That's our world.
Okay.
Oz wants to go even further.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, like Coruscant at this point is destroyed, right? Not in this show. I mean, like in timeline wise, from the last movies we saw, the Rey Walker saga, I guess, trilogy.
Yeah, technically. That's what they did with the Star Killer thing. The
Star Killer base took out Coruscant and like 6 other planets. Like I want to see how that fucks everything up.
And that pissed me off because that was just like the Alderaan thing all over again. Only you can see it better now with better special effects. But
because we've seen what it's like when the Empire rules. Then we see the failure of the Republic rule. Now they've both been just decimated. Let's see the rise of a third option. Like what? There's a power vacuum in the galaxy at this point. After that multiple planet wrecking thing, that's what the Empire would have taken over. But then all the ships and all that crap that the new Empire had also got fucked up. So let's start something new.
And that's when Thanos comes with his Thanos copter.
Actually, that's what I kind of like about this era too, because that's where like you see a lot of the crime syndicates, like they don't have a hold on what they have, and then you start focusing on smaller areas with the crime syndicates and stuff. With the Hutts start rising and the Mandalorians start, and that it's still interesting. I know you're tired of it, but for me it's still interesting. Also, I didn't watch all those series like when they were coming out. Like I just watched bits and pieces and I put it together.
You could still do that because the criminal, the mafias or whatever they are would be kind of like getting in there and taking shit over until actual government developed.
They gave us that, and then you didn't like it either in the Book of Boba Fett.
That's because it was still in that era that I don't like, and that story sucked. It sucks so bad that they made the last 3 episodes of The Mandalorian.
4, but yeah.
I mean that's how bad that show was going.
And those were the best episodes of the series.
Even the books, if I remember right, at this point there's like an alien invasion from another galaxy coming in, and they explore that. That's why the Emperor took power and built the Death Stars, was to defend against this invasion, and it just comes and wrecks it's not our galaxy, just wrecks the galaxy, and actually opens up a whole new galactic war. Jay knows what I'm talking about. He's read the books. I don't even remember what those aliens were called. It was some weird ass name.
Well, once we get our hands on it with Jay, it's gonna be a Star Trek IDW crossover with Star Federation needs to expand.
I mean, setting all that aside, it is like a criminal underground TV show with Darth Maul actually using Sith-like skills or abilities. There's a way to say it that I'm not thinking, but he's using his manipulative skills and experience that he learned from the Emperor as a Sith to take over the criminal underground and start, like, the first episode, he starts a gang war. In fact, like, he's pissed off that his first thing he didn't work, and he's like, why are they so calm? Why are they not? All right, well, then we'll just do this, and boom, they get some shooting at each other.
Yeah.
One thing I did have as a criticism is the lack of killing, like, for as ruthless as he can be, especially for being, especially from a criminal type of deconstruction. It's like all the people they killed are straight up robots. Like,
right.
There's not, and Star
But
Wars
you got to keep watching.
Yeah, okay. Well, oh no. Now Jay's gonna get me to get Disney
Wait,
Plus.
the crime boss wasn't. I mean, he went down hard.
Yeah, but he deserves it. But like a random bystander police officer that's just trying to file the paperwork for the detective, that when it's like assault on precinct 13, but like only the air conditioning machine gets shot. Like it's like watching a western and the horses get shot. Like not the cowboy.
Oh, they don't do that.
Like
Not
there's a
anymore.
bank robbery, but it's all droids.
Yeah. The ATM machines get like, and then when he gets to, like, he can kill the guy that's actually gonna look to take him down. He's just like, and walks away. It's like that, 90s X-Men Wolverine where he's like, he just when he's gonna punch him with the claws, and then it goes in as he hits him.
Yeah. Jay, how did you feel about it, man? Are you tired of this era of Star Wars as well?
No. And I actually love this. Like, although I went into it with like low expectations,
Uh-huh.
I didn't know it was just, like, animated and Dave Filoni.
Oh, okay. Oh, you thought it was gonna be live action?
I wasn't sure.
Gotcha.
I just
Okay.
knew it was Maul, and it's like,
Right.
well, I know how his story ends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he gets cut in half again. But, like,
Is that,
Spoilers.
vertically.
is that what happened in Rebels?
Yeah.
He doesn't get cut in half again, though, right? Like, he just gets cut.
No, they don't show it.
Happens all the time.
But I'm sure Obi-Wan fucking learned his lesson.
Jay, like, spoilers, please.
It's a great scene. If you haven't seen it, it is like a fitting end. Like, it's a great scene. I love it. But anyway,
Really not
All
if
of a
it's
sudden,
that.
Larry doesn't give a fuck about spoilers, man.
Sorry,
So-
I thought
yeah,
you
so-
knew.
But now you gotta go see it.
But
Yeah, you
yeah,
gotta go see it,
like,
man.
but the execution of this was like really good, and so I ended up really loving it. And yeah, like, it's really interesting. I like the characters. Yeah, that's basically
Yeah.
it.
There it is. Yeah. I mean, what I will say is, Darth Maul was a fan favorite right from the start, but definitely like in line with a number of characters that become endeared to people, but don't necessarily have a whole bunch behind them in the beginning. You know, Maul has become fleshed out over the years, and a lot of that it has happened in the animated space with Sam Witwer playing Maul primarily. If not, or is it? Or that even exclusively? Is he the only one that does Maul animated? I'm not sure. I don't know if I could go that far, but his performance in this has been really good, man. Like, and you know, like we know the dude is dedicated. Like he like not only is a fan of Star Wars in general, but a fan of Maul specifically, and takes it pretty seriously.
And as an actor, like he's good. He's a good performer.
Right. 100%.
Like I know Larry says he's a fan, but he's not.
Am I not a fan? Why?
No. Because you didn't watch that episode where he was the gay guy in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Where he was the gay guy in Always Sunny in Philadelphia? You're right. It's like, was he Maul then or no?
He was gay Maul, yeah. Like
he was gay Maul.
Yeah. Gay Maul. He wielded that double lightsaber. he was only there for like 3 seconds. He was just the guy on the treadmill.
That's.
But I'm like, hey,
funny.
that's him, because that's the dude from Being Human, right? The show where he's a vampire.
Oh, I don't know.
See, you're not a fan. What the fuck? Like now I'm giving bad information because I think that guy's name.
Yeah, like, but you know, like, I mean,
and I'm a fan.
I primarily like he got on my radar when he was doing Force Unleashed.
That's
the
him.
game.
That's the guy. Like this dude looks like a vampire in real life.
He does. He does. But like the cool like
right. Like he could be a monster and a charming one at the same time.
100%. Like you know, like
and that's what he does on Being Human. Like
yeah.
Like well, the British Being Human, not the American one. Oh wait, no, is he an American?
I mean, he's American.
Dang.
He's not English.
Yeah, he's in Being Human.
Yeah, but because I watched both, I don't think he like the British and
yeah, no. What do you like?
The thing is, the characters were so good in both that like they intermingle, like, and the stories were so they didn't really like divert too much at the beginning where they just feel like the same. It's so good.
Yeah. Dang. But no, like I could definitely understand why somebody would follow him into an alley and get eaten. So it wouldn't be me, but somebody else.
Well, yeah, because you don't watch him in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like you're not really that much of a fan.
But he definitely in Maul Shadow Lord, like Maul like has a lot of like little moments, like little soliloquies, you know, and they're just enough. Like they're not too much, they're not too over the top, but he just says certain things, and I'm just like, man, like that is good, dude. Like this fool's killing it right now.
Hey, Jay, I know you watched a lot of the stuff with Maul and stuff, and even like Force Unleashed and stuff. I haven't seen as much, but for me, it's one of these things. Larry, don't flip me off, please. Like that's so rude. Like if you're like, he's literally like right on my eye. He's like this. Yeah, sure, yeah. Use that finger. Yeah, see, they call that a Freudian slip, but it's like a slip. Like whoa, like he slipped down the stairs with that motherfucker, fucking Freud motherfucker. But yeah, it's I'm not used to seeing Maul talk that much, you know, like because I'm you know, I'm more of a I didn't watch a lot. I watched some of the stuff with in Clone Wars, and I haven't seen any of his stuff in Rebels, you know, because I never like you lost me
Rebels
at the slingshot.
Like the Maul in Rebels is so interesting. Like. You should definitely, even if you have to like cherry pick your episodes, like watch the Maul episodes.
Yeah,
like those are great.
what I was gonna do is just start using the treadmill again and just watch that. But I gotta find a way to do it because I don't have Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
that's another thing. Like the animation in this is really good because you can see the dude's performance in his face. Again, a dude that's not used to seeing Maul being expressive or communicative like that. It's all just stares and
Right.
fear, like because he's wielding the dark side, So all of a sudden he starts being a Darth and he's a chatty Cathy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like, I want to see it. Like, I want to do a
it is
podcast
true.
with him and then put a microphone and he's like, clams right up.
Did you like the animation, Oz? I know you can be a stickler for that kind of thing.
Yeah, it was fine.
That means it was
This is
amazing.
nice. It's colorful, it's fine.
Did you get to see beyond the first episode, Oz, or just the first one?
Just the first one. I didn't want to.
Okay, that's fair. No, that's fair. I do feel like the lightsaber choreography in this is actually really good, and like just the way that what they choose to do in the fights. I mean, obviously you have Darth Maul with his signature double-bladed lightsaber, and I mean he's going to town, but when you get to a point where he's like really needing to use it, it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I really like the scene when the assault on the precinct, like where it's like you just see a little, like, not even a shadow of him passing by. You see just a glimpse, and it's like, it's like a horror movie, and where it's like dude's like the only human in there. It's all robots, which that could be scary because he's isolated. He can't. There's only so much these robots can do to defend him, not let alone their other protocol. They're all protocol droids, so they have to do things by protocol. They can't just like defend themselves out of fear or survival instinct, So that was really cool. It reminded me of this movie. It got a remake in 2023, I think. It's called Malum, and it's basically like a horror movie that takes place in a police precinct where it's like essentially locked down, and there's only one person set to guard it. So. But yeah, it's really cool. It gave me those kind of vibes where it's like kind of like the Assault on Precinct 13 or High Noon, or was it Rio Bravo? Like all the different those all are remakes of each other, and then that scene was like a tribute to that, but with Darth Maul in it, and it had the little horror feel too. So it's like I like when they do that, when they use horror techniques and things that aren't horror. It creates the tension.
Yeah. No, it's very cool. It's very cool. I think the story did a good job too of like, if you've been watching these series, it gives you like little nods or whatnot. Just just like nothing huge, but just little stuff where it's like, okay, like like, okay, yeah, this is continuing from what you last saw.
Yeah.
Because like even just with like his group of followers, because he has like some Zabraks and some Mandalorians and whatnot, and it's like, okay, like that makes sense if like based on where he was last. And so that's cool, like little things like that or whatnot. But at the same time, if you weren't following that stuff, it's not like it takes anything away from the story that you're actually currently watching. It's just one of those things where it's like, if you know, and if you don't, then that's fine too. You just know this is like his like right hand woman,
Yeah. The little bit I do know, like, I didn't feel lost, and it felt like a good jumping on point. So that's like another reason I was mad, because it's like I should hate this because of this. Because it's like, okay, it's not after all of that. It's like during. It's where we didn't get to see, So I was like, man, but I didn't feel like, man, aside from quality, I didn't feel like I had to go back and watch the other stuff, you know? Like, it's like, if this is this cool, and it led to this, and I got to watch that too, you know?
Mm-hmm. So, well, look, Jay, did you end up watching beyond the first episode?
Yeah, I watched 4 episodes.
Okay.
That's
so
all
Jay's
that was
current.
out.
Right.
And there's
Like,
more killing.
They wouldn't
in
let
those?
you watch.
Yeah, there's more killing.
Cool.
There's actually like a really cool death. Like, I don't know if I should spoil it or not. But
You might as well. You already spoiled how he dies. So.
well, Lauren said no.
Since when do you listen to Larry? Like,
I'm worth listening
I
to.
listen
People
to
know this
Larry,
about me.
Larry gets lost using Waze. You can't listen to Larry.
I do get lost using Waze sometimes. Not usually, but once or twice. Sometimes.
Like, he literally, like, remember when that time we went to eat lunch and then he took me to my old house I haven't lived in 10 years? Like,
Wait a minute. I mean, that wasn't getting lost. That was just I had old bad information in the.
yeah, but you should know the roads. Like, you
Meh.
know that, like,
Meh.
you're going south instead of west. Like,
I gotta save that brain power for something else, my
I
friend.
literally live closer to your house than I did then. Like,
It's true.
so,
It's
yeah,
true.
so spoil it, Jay. All this is spoiled.
nah,
But yeah.
I'll let you watch it. But
Yeah.
Better tell me when I get home tonight.
okay.
So Oz did. Do you, I know that you said that this era is not necessarily exciting you as much. You're ready for maybe the next chapter for Star Wars. But did it do enough that you might consider watching an additional episode or two?
Yeah, the episode itself is fine. If you're into criminal underground stories and you want a lightsaber, then it's fine.
But I'm talking about you though. Like, did it do
I
enough for
don't want
you to
that.
be like, oh, yeah, okay. So you not so much with maybe watching the next episode.
No, I got enough of that with Penguin.
Got it.
But you
Got it.
finished that, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, see?
It's DC.
but I gotta save it for Penguin 2 or
It's
whatever.
barely DC. Like,
Yeah, that's why it's good. Gunn hasn't gotten his grubby little dick all over it.
did you watch that Rick and
Wow.
Morty episode with James Gunn and Zack Snyder?
Yeah,
I just watched it. I didn't know it existed.
it was a whole big news story.
I don't read the news.
I tell you the news.
No, you don't.
You're our intrepid senior reporter.
Yeah, but we haven't done news in
That was a long time ago though. That was like a year ago maybe.
yeah, we weren't doing news at all last year.
So Moses, how about you, man? Do you want to watch the next episode of Maul Shadow Lord?
Yeah. Even Emily was like, "Are you only gonna watch the one episode? Like, you didn't have to watch the rest?" It's like, well, I mean, technically, I would, but I'm only doing one because that's what I'm gonna review it on. Because I still have to read the other comic, finish it up, and I only have a limited amount of time. So.
Right.
Like if I want to contribute to each of the segments, I can't do all of it, all of them. So I did a little
Right.
news, a little, yeah.
Okay. Anybody got anything else they want to say before we rate Darth Maul Shadow Lord? Or I'm sorry, Maul Shadow Lord?
When
Okay.
when I first saw Darth Maul, my mom hated it because he's like, "Why does Star Wars look so demonic all of a sudden?"
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know, but I want to, I wanted to tattoo my face like his at 16, and she didn't let me.
That was a smart decision.
What I did is I just cut my hair to like do his horns.
Yeah. No, but I do remember other people saying that and feeling that too, where they're just like, "Oh, it looks like the devil," and I'm like, I mean,
The devil
maybe,
comes to you.
but
The Bible says the devil comes to you like an angel of light. Like, it won't come out to you like that. You know? Like, read your scripture,
Yeah.
stupid.
All right, let's go ahead and rate it. Jay, why don't you give me your rating for Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord?
So far, I would give it a 5.
Okay, 5 out of 5. There it is. Oscore, hit me with your rating for Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord.
I'll give it a 4. It was entertaining. It's pretty to look at.
Okay.
Just like Sam
Cool.
Witwer.
Word. Moses Magnum, give me your rating for Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord.
I didn't even know Sam Witwer was the voice for him all this time, but I love him as a vampire because he looks like a vampire that was drawn by like fucking Humberto Ramos, you know. but yeah, it's a 1 for this show.
A 1?
No, it's a 5. This is fucking tight.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it. I think I gotta give it a 5 too. Like, it's hitting all the buttons for me. I
There's
like
no
it a lot.
surprise. No, I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
hey,
I'm
hey.
just fucking with you.
Hey,
Sorry.
it's good stuff though. It's so fun.
I don't get to mess
So-
with you like I used to in real life, so I gotta do it on the air.
L Hecht, what would you rate the review, my friend?
I'd rate it a 4. Y'all made good points. I kind of want to see it. At the same time, I kind of don't. But we'll see. We'll see how the high seas treat me. Maybe I will see it. I don't know.
Okay. That's
He's
fair.
what are you, a king crab fisherman? Deadliest catch?
Hey man, got to make money somehow.
That's the shit.
There it is.
Home
Hard out
Depot
here.
ain't paying me that good yet.
Are you standing outside or inside?
Huh?
Are you standing outside or inside?
Brother, I'm outside.
Dang.
but
Right.
I can walk inside. That's
All
right.
right. Jay,
I gotta
know
go.
that you're getting. Okay, you want to tell us real quick? You want to give us a rating for Death to Pachuco?
I give it a 2. Not a fan of the art, and it needed way more subtitles.
Got to
Just-
brush up on your Spanish, Jay. You live
No,
in
they-
LA.
Nah.
He said, "Nah." He's like, "Nah, I don't live in LA."
Low key, like as a Hispanic dude and stuff, you could get offended by Jay saying that. But I've seen him actually like have dudes talking to him in like Ebonics and stuff, and be like, he's like, speak English, you know? Like, I should do that like at 7-Eleven, like some dude trying to sell him a CD outside of Comic-Con. He's like, what? Oh, you want me to buy your CD? Just say I want to buy your CD. I don't want to buy your CD, but we could work together. I got beats too. And the guy's like, didn't want. Oh, so you don't want to help nobody? That was so cool. I love that. One of my favorite Jay
All right,
moments.
Jay.
Aside
All
from
right.
him yelling at the guy that didn't like peanuts too, that was
All right, later.
Later.
Catch you.
so. Dude's like, why is
Wait,
people
what?
in line?
What's this?
The peanuts thing? Oh.
Yeah. What is that?
So we were in line to see because Peanuts was the like Apple. There was a whole thing. Apple TV got the rights to Charles Schultz Peanuts. So all the
I
specials.
think you're talking about the food.
No, yeah, no. Bill Larry, what's a show about comics, man? What the fuck am I talking about? Salted peanuts and airplane peanuts and fucking cashews and shit. I ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I could fuck with some cashews right now.
Yeah, they are
Yeah,
pretty good.
cashews are great.
I worked a job where I had to handle a 50-pound nutsack, but it was all cashews, and I wanted to eat the whole thing. I wanted that nutsack in my mouth. I had to carry it up a flight of stairs 8 feet to drop it down, and then they remove all the band-aids and loose fingers and stuff that comes from Vietnam.
What?
Yeah, it was a processing machine that would take away anything that wasn't that wasn't cashews, and it was like Band-Aids and
This show took. I don't know if it's even a right turn, wrong turn, U-turn. I don't know. It went wild right when Jay left.
I'm like, fingers and cashews. Like,
yeah, man, you don't know what I saw in there, and I still buy those things from those markets.
Man,
I still eat trail mix.
all right. Are you all ready to talk about Death to Pachuco?
Yeah.
Okay,
I thought you were gonna.
wait.
Let me tell you the peanut story with Jay.
Oh no! Tell me the peanut story. I'm sorry.
So,
please.
Since Apple TV got the peanut show, they did an exhibition at Comic-Con on the outside, and Jay and I were gonna go see because they were showing a bunch of shorts on a big screen, and it was like a cool resting area with air conditioning. And we did the Planet of the Apes one, and then we did the Peanuts. So there was a line for Peanuts and not one for Planet of the Apes. So these dudes, and they're younger kids, like maybe like 17, 18, and they're trying to do the Planet of the Apes one, but we were in the Peanuts one, and they're like, he said, the dude said out loud, and he's like, who would stand in line to see Peanuts? You know? And Jay just turns around and looks at him and he's like,
me.
Man, shut the fuck up, you unsophisticated swine, or some shit like that. Like, it was something like that. Like something Jay, like, the dude all of a sudden turned into like a 7-foot tall angry black man about but with the, his refined vocabulary like Jay can be, you know, like he's a well-read dude. So like, you fucking ignorant troglodyte or some shit like that. But the thing is, it's like he didn't engage the guy. He just said it out loud in his direction. But like everybody heard it, and they're just looking like, what the, you know? We scared all the little kids in line looking to see Peanut shit.
All the little kids looking at
wild,
and their parents. It was the parents taking their little kids to learn about Peanuts because, you know, Peanuts ain't as contemporary, you know, even though they're making new ones.
Are they?
Yeah. Apple TV made a whole new, like, I think they're on, I think they've done 4 seasons, and then they play all the, they remastered all the old specials and stuff.
Man, nobody gets Apple TV.
Yeah, but that was the controversy, because now you're like, what you used to do as tradition on ABC, you're doing behind a paywall. So
yeah. They backtracked that real quick because they brought it back the year after.
Well, but it's the network realized ABC is like, hey, we gotta, so they're paying Apple TV to rent it for the day, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, so Apple's making their money whether you get Apple or not off of Peanuts.
All for Peanuts.
It was a good acquisition for them.
Yeah, like it worked, and then they produce their new versions, and they're pretty fun. Like Jay and I watched like 8 episodes in that. Like, we're the only ones really enjoying it because the kids didn't really like it.
Yeah.
Ignorant swine ass kids.
Yeah, little troglodyte bastards. That's those kids. They weren't full semen. They were adjusted with piss. You know, diluted by piss.
Come on, my guy. What are you doing?
That egg was sour. That egg was rotten. It smelled like sulfur.
Or their genetic makeup was urine. Like, come on,
yeah, like they were diluted. That sperm was diluted with piss, man. Those are Cialis babies, man. They're not from good fucking. They're from Cialis. You know?
Damn.
Rough.
Them kids are gonna grow up and listen to this episode like, hey.
I'm a sperm bank, baby. We want this erased from the internet.
Death to Pachuco. Let's talk about it. Oh wait, do I need to mess around? Look, let me use this transition before Moses beats me up.
I mean, if you got it.
That'll make more sense later. No, but I actually do like that transition.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked. Yeah, because it's like, even if we don't have music or, you know, themes, like, just when we're editing to make clips, we know, okay, when next comes up, that's a start of something new, you know, because we don't have the chyrons like we used to anymore, you know.
Right.
Me trying to do something good for the show.
Yeah.
I guess if I wanted to be good, I wouldn't derail it like this.
Ideally. Death to Pachuco, written by Henry Barajas. He also letters it. Art is by Rachel Merrill, and it's colors by is it Lee Loughridge? Is that how you say the last name?
Loughridge, yeah.
Loughridge?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lee out here doing colors.
Lee.
So we talked about Death to Pachuco. We talked about I think we talked about the first issue, maybe the first two. I don't remember.
We talked about
Yeah, but we talked about it when it came out, and it's basically the story of a detective, a detective that is trying to find the killer of this one Pachuco because he gets hired by the family of the young lady that is basically taking the fall for it. And so he's trying to find the killer before this young lady gets convicted of the crime of killing this one dude, this one gangster. So, and of course I should mention it takes place in 1940s Los Angeles, and during the time that leads up to the Zoot Suit Riots. So, definitely, crime noir, historical fiction type thing happening here. So, Moses, you've gotten to read Death to Pachuco now.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about it versus when you first started?
I mean, I love it has a beginning, middle, and an end. And I know it sounds stupid to say that in a review, but the reality is, like, when he wrote it, he had a succinct story to tell, and you could see it play out issue by issue, Mm-hmm. I remember when we first reviewed the first issue, I felt like I feel like it's the start of a movie. Like, I only watched
Mm-hmm.
There's some movies that take 10 minutes before, like, the credits start rolling, and I feel like the first issue was like 15 minutes, but the credits started rolling like at the 13-minute mark, So getting to read the rest of it was really, and then reading it all at once too. Now that it's all out, that it was a good experience. I know I've heard criticisms already between Jay and Oz, but it's like I know they've seen a similar story. And it just has nothing to do with Hispanics, and they think it's the greatest shit ever. Like that movie Gangster Squad, or fucking La La Land, or fucking, what is it, the Chinatown, and it's like...
It sounds like you didn't hear what I said then.
You said you did.
I don't have a problem with the story, I have a problem with the writing.
Yeah, but that's part of the story.
No, the story is what happens, the writing is how it happens.
Right. But that's the two things have to go together. Like, you can't have one without the other. Like, one
right, he's got one and not the other.
So what is it? What's the issue with the writing from your perspective, Oz? Like, what?
Notice
what
he
is
didn't
the
say no
distinction?
that he didn't love La La Land.
Is it La La Land
about murder? I thought it was just like.
Are you talking about L.A. Noir?
I'm talking about L.A. Noir, but yeah.
That's totally different than La La Land.
yeah.
I mean, but it happened in that same time. It's just a more fantastical take on it,
Oh, I haven't seen La La Land. Did it happen in the 40s?
Me neither, but yeah.
Is it L.A. Noir, the musical? Is that...
Well, it takes place during, I think, the time of the water crisis, and all those things kind of happen together,
I'm sorry, L.A. Noir is the video game. You're talking about L.A. Confidential, right? Or
L.A. Confidential, yeah, that's another one too. But I like L.A. Noir as well. Like, I love that.
Yeah. I mean, technically,
I feel like I want this game to be like, I want to, get on my Steam machine and make a mod that's Death to Pachuco, but L.A. Noir.
So Oz, what was the issue you had with the writing?
when did we do the first issue?
When?
About
I feel like
8
when it
months
came
ago.
out. So, was it?
Because
Was it
I'm
only
pretty
8 months ago? It was longer.
Right.
Wasn't it like July or August?
Whenever we
I don't
did
know.
that, I'm pretty sure I said I'm not gonna read it anymore, and so I did it
Okay.
because I didn't really enjoy the first one.
Oh, so you didn't read? Not even
I remember like the Spanglish was all off.
Yeah. But that's regard that. Look, if you wanted to talk about that, they could just click the link and see that because you have nothing to add based beyond that first issue. Then.
Yeah, but Lawrence obviously doesn't remember.
Yeah, but he could talk to you on his free time for that shit.
No, he can't. We don't talk on our free time.
Again, if he wants, he can.
If I'm not on the clock, I ain't talking.
Yeah. So you got nothing to add on the other issues.
I feel like they suck just as much as the first one.
Yeah, feeling isn't an objective review of it. That's not
Really
what
not,
we
because
do
that's
as-
how you do half your fucking movie reviews.
Yeah, and I give full disclosure. And I
did
with
too.
fucking
I didn't read
nuance.
it past the first one.
Yeah.
Because the first one was ass.
Well, what next time I don't want you to try calling me on my shit too, bitch.
I do.
All right.
And
Now
then
I'm
you
calling
curse
on
at
your
me
shit.
and yell at me,
Yeah.
and then we move on. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm doing. I don't understand.
Now I'm
why-
stuck here cursing at you.
in the middle with you.
Got clowns to the left of me and clowns to the right. Here I am.
You calling me a clown?
You're underneath.
You're not to the
him.
left of me. Like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm on top of you here.
Hey,
Whoa.
You're my Yoshi.
Whoa.
He made the sound.
I feel like that was a compliment.
Oh man.
I thought I was with my Yoshi,
So-
but now he's just my Bowser.
So I will say that the first issue, I felt like it moved a little slow, but I did think it was interesting. Having read through all of it now, I'm like, I do feel like it definitely picked up, and like the rest of the book, like I felt like the first issue did enough that I probably would have read the second back then. But like I do think that there is something to be said about reading it all at once, like Moses mentioned earlier too, and being able to like follow the characters throughout until their natural, to the natural end of whatever the story that Barajas is telling. And so, yeah, like it definitely, like the story was cool to me. I can't speak to the Spanish obviously because I'm not a native speaker. And like I'm reading
It's also
it.
dated too. Like, so it's it's
Yeah.
like basically like watching old like but with Spanish. How they would do that then,
I
Yeah.
got a bone with that I'll talk about later.
Oh, why? Why not now?
Because you were talking.
Maybe that's
Oh.
part of the problem. Because if he wasn't around at that time, like he knows the slang, but not quite how to make it flow.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like again, if you were to say it like that, that's a fair assessment. But as you read the rest of the issues, it starts flowing a little differently. Sometimes a little better, sometimes not. But you can't speak to that.
I can.
Well,
The
yeah,
first,
go ahead.
The Spanish felt unnatural. Like it didn't flow. And I think Oz had the same criticism back when we reviewed it the last time. Once you hit issue 2, it's like somebody else was writing, because it started flowing better. You didn't need a translation for everything, and it was just there. Like, if you don't know what it is, you're like everybody else in the book that they don't know. If you're a gringo, you don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
So, but if you know, you know, and it flowed really well. There's some words that I wasn't there. I ain't old enough. I don't know if some of these words would have been used in California at that time, Like the random usage of way. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So a lot of it would have been, but some of it is like it sounds too now.
Like modernized.
Yeah. Like you're talking Spanish to what you know now compared to what was then. Because I know when my dad would talk to me, he'd straight up use Pachuco slang,
Yeah.
but not Mexican slang, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's also in your case like it's regional too because it's like Pachuco, Chicano, Mexican American, second generation, third generation from
Yeah.
Arizona, you know, where LA is a little different too, you know, and but that's an interesting point too because the dude Henry is from Tucson,
Yeah.
so he's thinking what he learned. He heard his grandfather speak
Yeah. And
from
like
there,
way,
but telling an LA story, yeah.
way, like when you hear it now, like it's very common. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
hey, que onda, way. But my dad never used. Rarely did I hear my dad say way.
Yeah.
He used it, just not very often.
And it was derogatory when he used it, you know?
Not all the time.
Not all the time?
But I feel like way comes from more northern Mexico,
Yeah.
and it's become more common in the past 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was as common then.
Let me ask you all this though. Like, you just mentioned Mexican slang versus Pachuco slang. What's an example of the difference between the two? Because like I know some like Spanish slang, but
Yeah.
I don't know what is specific to like Pachuco.
So
Like, you go. Well,
yeah, so for me from being from LA, the people that I knew that were like even close, they're like Pachuco's children, you know? Like they're so the way they spoke that Spanglish the way that the book is, but they spoke less of the Spanish and more of the English, but they would still mix it up. And some words were amalgamations of both languages, and they became essentially the early cholos, you know, of like East LA and Boyle Heights and stuff. And they their Pachuco slang was like they were already fourth generation like Mexicans. They weren't immigrant kids that had Spanish speaking parents. They had Spanglish speaking parents, and they weren't trying to assimilate. They were already just here.
yeah.
You know, whereas you get like the immigrants that came in the 60s and 70s, that's like where you get like my mom, and they either want you to not speak Spanish or to speak it, you know, but they don't want you mixing the two, you know, and the slang becomes different. That slang is they're the people that came in the 60s were different than the people that were here during the Pachuco stuff because they were half of them were like Native American too, you know, like they're mixed with Native American, and they're descendants of the Spanish people that lived, the mixed natives and Mexican mixed with Spaniards that lived in LA and California at the time, you know, and I'm sure that happens in with really older generations in Arizona too, you know,
Yeah.
but so they have like I know like dudes that are straight up white, but their last name is Macias, and it's like that's. Like I knew a dude like that in high school, and he's like, "I'm white." It's like, "No, you're not." Like that's a Mexican last name, but it's Spaniard Mexican, and he's super white. But it's like, it's James Macias. But it's like, dude, like, yeah, that's a white name, but it's like, he was Mexican at some point, you know. My boy Steve, Larry, you know Steve, the tattoo guy. His name is Acosta. His parents came in. His ancestors were Mexican, but in the 1890s. You know, so
Right.
he's like
Right.
he's just white. But if you look at like his brother looks just like him, but dark hair and dark skin. You know, like he's you know he's the one that came out, and somehow he came. But his last name is Steve Acosta. You know, was little dude Wee Man. Like his name is Jason Acosta. Like he's Latino technically, but they're so They've just been here so long that they're just white people with vowels in their last name.
They're so
Right.
deluded.
Yeah, and so that dictates how you speak a lot too, like what area you grew up in. If you grew up in urban area, while it was like, during integration times or white flight times where you went in that era, like that's so you get a lot of those Hispanic names more in like Orange County, where they're just white but with Spanish names,
Yeah.
Right.
So, and that dictates
Yeah,
the
it's
slang.
interesting because
So
I know.
the slang, like how, that's why I asked when his dad says way, like if it was more derogatory, because my mom would hate when we used to say it, because that's like you're insulting somebody, you're calling them.
My mom would say that.
Yeah,
My mom would get in my ass if I called anybody cabron.
yeah,
Way. Like, no,
yeah.
don't say that. That's a bad word.
You're pretty much calling them like farm animals. Like they're not good for anything else other than just labor, And she didn't like you talking to your peers like that, my mom, So,
And see
But-
where my mom and dad came from, like they're old, like pre Mo's parents generation.
yeah,
Like they knew their first languages were Spanish, but they never raised me to know Spanish. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
they
Like
wanted you to just be from here.
they had to know English in school. They learned it in school. Because if they didn't, they'd, get their ass kicked or whatever,
They could tell that they're foreigners, and then America's been dealing with xenophobia since like World War One, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's
forever.
like-
Way before that.
yeah,
Spoke fluent English.
Yeah.
How? I don't know, and I never got to ask her about that.
yeah,
But
and properly too, I bet, because
proper enough. Like even, oh man, some of the things she said. But even my dad did the same thing, where my dad spoke it better, but he didn't have a larger vocabulary. And I think that was more the way he grew up, because my dad fucking grew up on a ranch
yeah,
before there was really a border, like a wall and everything. Like he saw the wall come.
yeah. He's like the Tigres del Norte say, like the wall crossed us, we didn't cross it. That's your dad. The wall crossed
wall
him. He
crossed
didn't
us.
cross he didn't cross the wall.
That's exactly what happened. Like his
Yeah.
deal had a ranch right on the border,
then
and when they
made
put the
border.
wall, it got cut in half.
Yeah.
So, but like,
So does he get to keep that land or no?
No.
They're like, oh, that's a different country.
You either live in one place or the other. You lose
Yeah.
half your land.
yeah,
But then how do you? But like, if it's yours,
I mean,
it's still
they're
yours.
literally doing that right now. Like this past week, they just took some native people's like Sacramento lands, because they're redoing the wall that through their land that shouldn't have been there in the first place. They just moved the line, decided to move the line over because it's more stable to put the wall there.
That's crazy.
That's happening right there. What was it Bisbee? By Bisbee, right? Heck, did you
I
see
don't
about
know. I
this
haven't seen the news,
one? Yeah, but yeah, that happened like I think in the last
but
2
I
days.
believe it.
Yeah.
I was doing that shit.
Oz, did you grow up with Pachucos?
No.
Like, no, you didn't have any in your family or in the neighborhood? None of that for you?
His parents were the
No.
first ones here.
Yeah, my parents came over, and it was like the late 70s.
Oh, got it.
So
Okay.
it would have been way after that whole
So
thing.
they missed all that. Got it.
They
Got
came
it.
into disco.
Yeah.
I've seen some images
That's
of my dad with them big ass collars. Like he got down back in the day.
Yeah, but those were like leisure suits.
He had that Farrah Fawcett hair too,
The Pharaoh. Oh, like what you call
like
Tellez?
like long and feathery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's
like,
the Johann Sebastian hair.
Yeah, same fucking mustache she's had my whole life too. It was weird.
see, and that's the thing where I did kind of like feel like, this is like, as much as I enjoyed the story, it's like, I will say that I do believe that, like, or I would have to agree that I feel like the art is where it lacks, unfortunately, and it's like, and the wild part is, Rachel Merrill is the artist. She can draw.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that through the course of this story, it's not consistent. Like, I know that watching it like reading it initially, I didn't realize that the main character is Ricardo Tellez, or is it Tellez or is it like the double or the Y?
It's the
I don't
Y,
know.
but yeah.
How would you pronounce it?
I would say
it's the Y.
Tellez.
Tellez.
Yeah.
Tellez, and I was just like, I didn't realize that Tellez had long hair at first, because it wasn't drawn like that. I felt that well in the first issue,
Or
and
it
then
didn't
as
stick
other
out,
issues
like-
came,
Yeah. Because
yeah,
that's.
yeah,
I feel like that's where this book kind of does suffer, in the sense where it's like, if you read a manga, you can tell people by their hair. And in
Right.
this one, even though their hair distinguishes them a bit, you still can't tell them apart that much. And that's part of the story element too, because you got the twins and stuff. But it should be a little more distinct,
yeah.
My problem was
Oh, go ahead.
every time I saw Ricardo, he blended in with the women.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Dude, that was another thing too.
I thought he
right?
was a non-binary character at first, yeah. And not even like, not as a detriment to this book or the story, but just like, okay, this is what they're doing here, But that
Right.
turned out that not to be the case. Yeah.
See, and so this is actually the art from the artist, like and I'm like, if she was drawing like this consistently, I think I would have like a different take on this book in regards to like the art aspect. But sometimes they do look like this. Sometimes
Like this,
the people do look
like this looks like Umbrella Academy. Like it's great comic art, and that's one of the things about comics too, Larry. I don't mean to cut you off, but there's a difference between being able to draw and being able to cartoon. Because you gotta kind of do it so that it's consistent and in motion without there being motion.
Yeah.
And so you got to think of every page as like a longer strip, or and then you have splash pages, and from an independent book, that's kind of what it's par for the course. And I don't, I judge it less harshly, but I can see the criticisms on the art here. Like, I can't disagree with you guys' sentiment.
but see, and then you look at this lineup, and you can tell the details and everything. Whereas, like, this has enough contrast, you can tell. And in the course of the book, everything kind of blended together because there wasn't that much contrast.
It might have been a coloring issue for
Yeah.
the book, not just the art issue,
Yeah.
Another thing that was unfortunate is that, like, I mean, and this happens with a lot of books where sometimes you just have like covers, and the covers, of course, portray one thing, and the interior art is something different. And this book has like a lot of great covers.
Dude, number 2
And
with like the Tula Lotte cover is so good.
dude, let me show you which one. The one that got me was number 5, man. I was like, dude, look at this. Look at that joint. I was like, oh,
If I had found that cover, I
covers
would have bought it on the spot.
dude, it's just such a cool ass cover, man. And it feels like it definitely like tells a story all by itself.
Well, and that's the thing, because the book deals with like culture identity, and finding your place in this in a noir crime setting, and this encapsulates that.
Yeah. This isn't a cover, but this is a pinup that was in the book as well, where I was just like, man, like I was like, dude.
That's
I want that
like
sticker.
the insides of the lowrider magazines.
Yeah.
Right, which is very intentional.
Yeah.
But I was just like, dude, like that joint's amazing, and it would have been awesome if the book looked like that on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the thing. That's not cartooning. That is
Not.
that is portraiture, or that is
It
in this
is.
case it's tattoo art. This is what somebody would have on their back. Like it's gonna
Right.
last this whole life. It's not
Right.
cartooning. It's supposed to tell one image. That's the difference between like and art. Oz knows this about art. Like, so when you go to a museum, you're trying to see, when you see like a Rembrandt or a Renaissance painting, you're trying to see the story in one picture, the whole story. In comics, you're cartooning, you're seeing it panel by panel, you know. So like,
Right.
yeah, I would see you liking this to be the comic art, but that's not. And the thing is that takes it. Cartooning
takes too
or
long.
sequential art takes time, and you got to meet deadlines.
Yeah.
And even this book, it's like independent book that got put out by Top Cow. Like I'm proud of Henry to be able to pull that off. You know,
yeah.
like they're doing something that ain't Witchblade. It ain't a Kickstarter project. It ain't It ain't a New Darkness. Like
I agree.
So it's like he was able to put it out through Top Cow. Like, and because when I met him, I was mad that he's like. He had like 3 books on Top Cow already, and then they didn't have him at the booth, but he's the only dude not white there, so I asked him, you think that is? And he just kind of shrugged at me. He didn't say nothing, But it's from that moment to seeing this book come out through there, like I'm proud,
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody like me is making comics. But not like
there
me.
It is.
He has talent. I don't. That's where we're different.
This is the another pinup that I was like, oh, like this would have been nice to have like as interior art as well, like just But honestly, like and that's part of why I showed the other character design joint just so that it's like it's not like a knock on the artist herself because she's actually really good too. I think it's just about like you said, like making deadlines and things and whatnot.
And being able to recreate it too, like over and over, panel by panel. That's the thing too. Like,
right.
I equate it to like playing guitar is one of the hardest things you could probably ever learn or master. And a great guitarist that will tell you that he's still learning, because
right.
But when you hear like a band that you like or a composition that you like, that's the easiest. As hard as it sounds to you to play, that's the easiest they can do. That they could play it every night. Right. So they're probably better than what they do. And that's how it is. I mean, the good example is Pat Loika. Like the dude, worked for Marvel and did some great books, and then his independent books were a little more rushed. And it's like, how could this guy be the same guy? But it's like, I'm trying to feed my kids here. Here, they gave me a year contract, and I got to work faster here, but I got to be able to do it. So it's like, and and the dude, he's an efficient, great artist. Got a contract. I didn't get to finish that book, The Villain, because he got a contract. So
there it is. But I definitely feel like Death to Pachuco definitely reads like a movie. And it comes across like it has a lot of interesting characters. I feel like they definitely go through some stuff. You learn a little bit about everybody, and I could totally I feel like this would definitely be one of those things that if it did get translated to a different medium, people wouldn't even know that it was a comic. Which that's not, and. Different people feel different ways about that.
Page per page, like it could look the same exact way, dialogue, no change, and they still wouldn't know it.
100%. It could totally be like this could be the storyboard for the for the movie or whatever, or the the shot references, because the storytelling is good. Like the storytelling does happen well, I think, in this book. It's just a matter of
I can't wait to see it on the miniseries on AMC.
Now, what I will say is, I do have to agree with Jay too. You're funny on that for that. like I could. You're right, because that would be a good way to present it. Right? Yeah, you're right. But I know for myself, I'm not fluent in Spanish, so I definitely was like, what are they saying? And me, I can't just leave it alone. Like there's some stuff that is like context clues, and because of the limited Spanish that I do have, like limited understanding, like there were some things that I was like, oh yeah, I know what they're saying there, I understand there, but there were moments where I was just like, I'm not sure what they're saying, and I'm like, so I literally pulled out like my phone with the Google Lens and had it like translate it because I was like, I want to know, like I can't just be like, I just don't know, like if I don't have an idea, I have to like find out. And so I'm like, and I get why they don't put in translations. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it would hurt the essence of the book if it did have those translations, unless there was like a really creative way to do it. But I do think moving to another medium, like it would have to have subtitles or something. It would have to, and you know.
Well, it's kind of
Or
like
who knows?
I equate it
Maybe
to
there's
like
a creative
Prey.
way to do it that I don't know.
I equate it to like Prey, where it's like you could watch the Cherokee version and not know what they're saying, and still get a good experience. Like it's not, and in comics it's a little harder because it's not about what they're saying; it's about what's happening. So it's like the performance on the screen might not need you to have subtitles, you know. Whereas in the comics, you might need you because it's a more, you know, it's more at your own pace. And if you're doing it at your own pace, like your curiosity about it, you could do it, you know. But it's like, you know, I mean, you read those X-Men books where they had the Krakoan language that they abandoned altogether now. You know, like all of a sudden I learned this whole alphabet and now I can't.
Right.
It's useless. It's like that and
Right.
my Klingon is, you know. So yeah. Now I just
That's
say
true.
the shit.
Right.
I just say the shit in English now. It's like today's a good day to die. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though, like, but you're right. Like sometimes they would give you subtitles for Krakoan, and sometimes they didn't. And you're right. Like,
and it's all about the way the artist portrayed the scene or what was led up into the point, you know, because I noticed they would do it also with Krakoan. They would do it like, they would set up a scene through captions and then the pictures, and then you'd see the Krakoan. So it's like just because of that they would give you context. So you know it held your hand a little bit. This one doesn't hold your hand as much.
No, it doesn't. No.
But it also the stuff they're saying isn't super complex either. It's just mixed into the normal stuff, you know.
Right. And plus, like they do a lot of transition. Like there is a lot of English to Spanish and Spanish. Like you know,
like they'll
people
talk
speaking
in
in
Spanish
Spanish and answering in English.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so it's like it does give you some context. Like you know,
it just takes a little more work, you know, but to read,
it does.
And that's part of like you know that could turn people off, and you know this day and age, especially even us older people, like.
Yeah, but I will say I found it rewarding. Like I did like actually translating it and seeing what it was that they was said. It was because I know there it honestly like it almost felt like a cool way to do a Spanish lesson.
Yeah,
you know, because it's like I'm like okay, I think this means that. Let me check, and then it's like oh that is like you know some of it I got right, some of it I'm like oh no that wasn't the word I thought it was. Or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. So you know, but yeah, I would let's put it like this: if there was a Death to Pachuco sequel, I would read it. Yeah. I would read it, and I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't be like, but give me subtitles. I don't know if I would feel that way. I would just feel like, okay, like you know, I'm like we're gonna be immersed again, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anybody got anything else they want to say about Death to Pachuco? Before we start doing some ratings and such. No. Okay. Let's do it. El Heck, what would you rate Death to Pachuco?
3.5 or a 4, like somewhere around there. It just depends.
Okay.
I like the story. The writing could have been better. The art definitely could have been better. Like if it were a little more cleaner instead of being so grunge, and the color was more contrasty, it would have been way better. It would have been easier to follow it. Like there's parts where the dimness of the color didn't hurt it. It was like an accentuation. But there's parts where it needed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But
okay. So
overall,
3.5. 3.5 out of 5. Okay. Oscor, what would you rate Death to Pachuco?
Yeah, whatever I gave it last time, since I have nothing new to add.
That's fair. Do you remember what you gave it last time?
I didn't read it, so it was like 1 or 2, I guess.
Oh, jeez. There it is. I was just like, I hate Spanish. Got it. Moses Magnum, what would you rate Death to Pachuco?
I would give it a 4. I really like the story. I like the setting. I like the execution. But yeah, the art was the little uh, dropping off point.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to say like the person that drew it shouldn't have drawn it, but it's sometimes they don't want to bite off influences or but it's like if they wanted to just rip off Eduardo Rizzo, like this is a perfect book to do it.
Yeah.
If it looks like
Yeah.
100 bullets, like this would be
so
the
good.
shit, dude.
It would be so
and,
good.
and they could do it their way because it's really just about where you place the shadows. Like
Right.
if you're in a bar, a seedy bar, like
Yeah.
it makes sense that there's smaller like spotlights. If you're in a police
Mhm.
interrogation room, there should be like if you're devious, you only see your eyes glowing in the dark or your teeth, your smile. McFarlane was really good at doing that early on in the first Spawn books, where he used that, where it's like all you see is just the eyes and the smile in the darkness, for
Right.
the nefarious people, but you don't even know
Right.
if they're evil. Like they could not be evil. They could literally just be like just a dude selling ice cream, but it's like you
Right.
might not want to trust this dude, like.
Yeah.
Selling the CD.
Yeah, he'll sell drugs, but not to kids. But he's still seedy, And I think they could have like how Heck said, where it's like, play off the contrast a little more, especially in a noir comic, and that's like 101 in noir. It's the lighting,
Right. Right. Yeah. As for me, Death to Pachuco, I think I got to give it a 4 as well because I really did enjoy the story, and I do feel like it became very immersive. I was invested in the characters and where they were going, if they were going to be able to like solve this crime. But the art, like the lack of consistency in the art, I think really is what holds it back for me. And yeah, I think that's really the long and the short of it, because I think everything else of it kind of feels like you kind of just go on a journey into this period. But and I think Mo, you summed up best, man. Like if this joint could look like Rizzo, like like 100 bullets, like that would be like the perfect art style for this story. And so yeah.
I think they try to do that a little bit, but more in the angles and paneling, but not in the lighting. And that's like, I'm looking at it more of as a filmmaker. Like this is how I would see it. Like how would I see this on the screen? Because each panel is almost like 16 by 9, like a TV screen a little bit. So it's like how would I light this scene?
But at the end of the day, it's like I think it's more the consistency for me. Just because it's like characters do look different.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even realize that that the girls are supposed to be sisters, like at first, and I'm just like, oh, because
It's because you don't speak Spanish.
that might be true. Maybe that I don't. Yeah, maybe. But I figured it out within like the end, I guess, of the first issue. Oh no, definitely like issue 1 to 2 transition maybe. But yeah, but I was like, oh, and sometimes they like have like some characters that just have like randomly really big lips. Sometimes then also like what Heck mentioned with Tellez looking like a woman sometimes, where it's just like, yeah, that's weird. Like, because it's like he looks like a man other times, so it's like we gotta get that right. So, but yeah, but overall, it's a great story, great book. So, all right. Look, we got a little bit of time before we got to get out of here. Anybody got anything that they want to talk about? Anybody got anything that they've been excited about lately?
I was supposed to yell at you about something, but I forgot what that was.
Oh, it'll come to you. It'll come to you.
The problem is it'll come to
Listen.
me at like 2 a.m.
Yeah. Has anybody been watching the new season of The Boys?
Nah.
No, man, everybody's over it. It's the final season, So
It's too much like real life.
it's too funny.
Like I want to see
I
fantasy
actually-
and shit. Like I want to escape reality.
I actually haven't started watching this season yet because I know like I think it just started like last week or maybe like a week and a half ago or something like that. I haven't gotten around to it just because we've been watching other stuff for the show.
A week and a
then
half
also
ago, they're
too-
like on episode 3.
I mean, but they might sometimes those
They
shows
drop
will,
one or two at the first.
yeah, they'll drop like 2 on one week and then 1 the next or something like that. Look, sometimes they'll drop 3 at once. So, that I think the boys did that last season, if I'm not mistaken. But also too, like I've been like I was trying to catch up on Invincible, and so which was actually, it was interesting with you mentioning how like Maul doesn't like there's not like a lot of people getting killed in that. And Jay's right. Like people like there's more death as you move in further into it. But it is interesting to watch. Like I know it was interesting for me to watch that coming off of Invincible because it definitely seems so much tamer based on what you're watching happen to people in Invincible. I'm just like, oh my God. So I know Jay was saying to me, he was like, dude, did you watch the rematch between Invincible and Conquest? And I was like, no, I haven't seen it yet. He's like, dude, you gotta watch this joint. And so,
Conquest is in the show already.
oh yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
you're acting like I should know. Like I don't. Nobody. You're not telling me.
It was
this.
on last season, right? That's when they had.
Yeah, I
the
didn't
first
watch
fight?
last season.
yeah.
Either. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's look. I don't know what to tell you, Moses. Like we're telling you it's on. We're telling you should watch it. Like, what do you want from us?
I mean,
You
tell
want
me
us to tell
why
you
I should,
every a recap of episode per episode?
That'd be nice.
I
I
There's
mean, we
some
used to
channels
do
that
that
do
every
that.
Wednesday, but you never show up anymore. Like, you got other friends now.
oh, dude.
Now you got an AI machine doing your hair.
Dang.
An AI machine.
Is that AI hair?
Yeah, he does. He's got I got replaced by a Mexican machine.
Damn.
Listen, if the machine was Mexican, it'd probably be better. I know. But
Like
no,
a Roomba
man,
you
listen.
put on your scalp?
Yeah, but he
That's
has
what
to
it
hold
is,
it too, because it's not even.
But
You need
yeah,
to go to
man.
Moe's for either a polishing or like have him like put that stuff that people do and like line you up and like
No, he doesn't like
draw
that.
in that
He
hairline.
doesn't like that. We tried that, but he didn't like it.
Just for a day, just for the picture.
No, we did. Look,
Just
we
for just
didn't
on a
try it.
Wednesday.
Like, I wouldn't let Mo do it.
Show up on a Wednesday afternoon. We'll do a show
Not
like that,
afternoon,
then you can
I'm
shower
ready,
it off.
Yeah. No, it gotta be in
Listen,
the morning.
I'll
shit,
go
yeah.
just to go hang out with Mo. Just
How
to go
long does
see
that
Mo.
stuff last? I've seen people get it, and I figure he's gonna like go away as soon as he showers.
it's for the evening. Like if you got an important event and you're gonna be on pictures, it's for that. But you better hope the flash ain't too hot because you start sweating it down. Like it's like you're better off wearing a hat,
For
It's
real.
like fucking
I
Giuliani,
wouldn't do
just
it.
like dripping.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like he's a gray man, so he has like he put stuff to cover it and to dye it, and but then he couldn't handle the heat in the kitchen and started sweating. There's a really good episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia where it's like that was his. It was Danny DeVito's hustle was giving people hair because they couldn't go to the barbershop. So he did Giuliani's right before that. And he was, I ran out of the dye, so I just used motor oil. So then now
Did they really do that for Giuliani? Did they?
Yeah,
They did something, yeah, because there were barbershops weren't open. Like they did a home thing, but you're supposed to set it like. So what that?
No,
how
I'm
that
talking
thing's-
about. No, I'm
oh.
talking about like in the show.
Oh yeah, in the show that they did that. Yeah,
I think they're actually watching like the exact clip, right?
like they're yeah exactly. And then they just a special effect Danny DeVito next to him like that's not my work, you know, because he's the barber. Like he was the illegal barber during COVID lockdown. Like he was the one doing. So he like cut like Fidel Castro's hair, you know, all the Venezuelan guys' hair, like Trump's hair. Like he was doing all the politicians' hair in the back of the bar. Like,
That's funny.
It's. I mean, I've been telling you to watch that shit. You don't watch it, just like I don't watch Invincible. So.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna watch that shit right now.
But the difference is we do a show about comics. We don't do a show about sitcoms.
There's an episode where they quarantine themselves.
That's not comics. That's
there's
a
an
TV show.
episode.
It's a cartoon. It's a cartoon.
Okay. Well,
Like when the comics was out, we didn't talk about the comics. So don't give me that shit.
I mean, we talked about Invincible.
We've
a little
never
bit,
reviewed like the only book we reviewed was Garden of Globe #1, which Invincible was in the cover, but he wasn't in the book. That's the only.
But we
that's
still
the only
talked
one.
about Invincible.
Nah, never.
I don't think that's true.
It's true. Go to the archive. I remember it.
Because I was reading Invincible and
Yeah, everybody was
mentioning it.
reading it. Nobody talked about it. I think the only one we might have talked about was the rape one, but even then, we only did it like as a news story, not as a review.
We might have mentioned it because we're wondering if they're going to do it on the show.
Yeah, which they did not.
Oh, they didn't? See, that's why I'm not watching it. That was one of the things
Like,
I would tell my clients.
I need
like,
rape in my TV shows.
Well, why not? Like, we have it in real life.
You know why not?
He could be president, or she could be president. Well, no, because she's a she, you know.
And not born in the U.S.
She's an illegal alien.
So, are you all getting to read any books that you're enjoying outside of what we're reviewing?
I mean, I was enjoying Superman, Spider-Man, but we never talk about that.
We're
That's
talking
next
about it next week.
I thought we were doing like the Orc or something.
Listen, Oz, I literally sent a whole like rundown. Like, look at the dates.
Even when we did the work one, like we're still gonna do that, but we're still gonna do the other one too. You know?
Yeah. No, like we literally have a whole. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure next week's show is dedicated to both Superman, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man, Superman.
That's too much.
So,
And Dork.
listen, you should be saying that when I'm proposing it.
You don't read it.
But no, but that's the thing. It'll be good because that'll give us the room to talk about all of these stories. And since it's like, because I know it has like the backups and stuff too.
Yeah.
And so it'll be good because it's like, we'll be able to compare and contrast the Superman, Spider-Man stories. And then also be able to talk about the backups, which it's crazy because like, yeah, it's all the top people like in comics doing all these stories. So it should be interesting to see how it turns out. Because I actually haven't.
Oh, you haven't read the Marvel one yet?
Well, the Marvel one I don't think is out yet, right? Or it came out maybe today.
I thought it was out today, but it might not be.
It might have come out today, and it might have come out today. I don't remember off the top, and I don't have my phone.
Cover waiting for me in my
but
box.
I haven't read the Superman Spider-Man one yet.
Oh,
so the DC one.
You suck, Larry.
I'm gonna read them. I just
yeah,
I just haven't gotten to it yet.
they can't even we can't even trust you to like love comics because like if you you should have read that as soon as it came out if you love comics.
I was expecting us to talk about it
yeah.
that week when it came out. I had it ready.
Yeah, me too. Larry asked me if I read it yet.
Listen, I don't have to ask. I already know the answer.
I
know you.
That shitted in grid. It's like I have like 5 copies of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to open them. Like it's just the covers are so pretty.
You don't have to open all of them. Just open one.
And this is where bootleg works. So it's like I can get a bootleg copy and not have to open mine at all.
I think if you bought 5 copies of it, you're allowed to download a bootleg version.
I think they give you a code to download.
Yeah, but you got to open the book at that point.
Yeah, I don't want to open it. Like,
how many white covers did you get?
I got 2, but they're both the same. Like It's not like
Yeah.
because sometimes sometimes
white.
they do the logos different. Like for Absolute Batman, there's like 3 white covers with the color
Is
like
there really?
like yellow on black, black on blue,
Yeah.
blue and black. So I have all 5 of those, but yeah.
Did you know that in Absolute Batman, they're supposed to be introducing Absolute Scarecrow?
Yeah.
How is Absolute Robin?
I don't like. I'm so behind. Like, it's become a book that I just buy and don't read. Like, I stopped reading after like issue 4, so I'm like really
should catch up.
behind. Well,
You should catch up.
I've been meaning to because I have them all like stacked up. So and it's like now I don't want to open them either. So I'm like I got to get a bootleg copy of that too, and I just haven't gotten around to with my time. You know.
I actually haven't read the Absolute Robin issue yet.
Is it out yet?
Oh.
That was out. I think that's out
I'm not
last
even
month. Yeah, or 2 months ago.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it came out yet.
No?
Oh, okay. I've been catching up with the Skybound stuff, with the Energon Universe stuff. And
There was a or they teased something with the Cobra, this dude, the silent guy, the Apache has. Lately,
the silent guy. You talk about Snake Eyes?
Snake Eyes, yeah. Like Skybound's been posting, and just that picture, just that, but it looks like
Yeah.
a patch, you know. Like so, I don't know what
Yeah.
they're working on. They're
No,
teasing
I mean, it's
something.
probably the introduction of Snake Eyes.
Oh, they haven't introduced him yet. He could like beat up any Transformer, right?
Yep.
I don't think any. Maybe the smaller ones.
All
I
of
mean,
them.
I'm sure you could give some of the bigger ones a run, but not all of them.
I heard he broke Unicron's pinky.
but that was his good pinky.
Yeah.
Like he can't wipe his butt no more with that. Shit.
Y'all are wild, man. But yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Larry,
Just fun
what,
books.
have you been reading X-Men or anything cool like that? Like or anything that you like that? Because I know you asked that question,
mean,
but you know nobody gave you an
Yeah.
answer. But
Right. I've been reading X-Men. I don't know if I would say it's the cool stuff, but it's X-Men. It's there. Like you know, it's rough. I mean, I think we all knew there was going to be a transition period following Krakoa, and you know they've gone into a semi-new era now, but like the ideas like that I've read at least, they're not really moving me that much. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it will. X-Men will get good again at some point. Obviously, I
Right
just feel like what they're.
Anime filler.
Wait, say it again now.
Right now it's all anime filler.
I mean, a little bit. Not like I don't take. Like I think the people that are writing right now are trying. I just think that, and you know, I think some of it is editorial. Like honestly, like I really do feel like there's a lot happening behind the scenes that make it so that X-Men can't be as good as it could be.
do you think it's because of the movie shit? Like they want them to really be like they're gonna hypothetically they might destroy everything you've ever seen in movies, so they don't want to give you any real like consistent lore or something now until that comes out.
I just think that honestly, I just think that somebody decided that, like somebody higher up was just like, okay, yeah, we tried all this experimental stuff with it, and yeah, it was successful, but we need to get back to basics, and we need to try to get X-Men back to like what it felt like in the 90s, and that's what they're
But-
trying to do.
You could do that without having to reset, like even the Krakoa stuff. It's all about characterization and writing and attitude. Like characterization
agree
and attitude.
100%.
Like you could still do that without having to like ruin what like they did. Because I feel like it is ruining, you know. And even like I was enjoying the Magic
it's-
book for a while. Now I still technically I'm still enjoying it, but I stopped reading it. But it's like I like that book, but that book is a standalone book. Like that could be like not even an X universe book. You know, that could be like a Vertigo, like their Vertigo, like she could be their Constantine right now. The way they're doing that,
right?
You know? But,
right. No, absolutely. I mean, they're like
especially after
there was
Dark
a lot
Web,
of
like
Dark Web.
I always like bringing that up.
Oh Jesus!
One of my
man.
clients, like, he loves Spider-Man, and he's like, I was like, well, remember in Dark Web, he's like, you're the only person I know that read every single issue. Like, I had to, man. Bad. I had to. Like, it's like, you know, I'm not a fair weather. You know, I'll not read it when it's good, but I'll read it when it's bad. This is one of the books I recommend right now. I'm really enjoying it. I only read like a first part of it, but it's the trade paperback, One Mutant Army, the Laura Kinney Wolverine story. And
dude, Laura Kinney Wolverine is fantastic. Like,
a great character. I didn't realize how much I'd enjoy it. So I started reading. I bootlegged a bunch, and then I ended up buying this one. That was like the starting point. So it's like. Yeah, sometimes bootlegging helps because otherwise I wouldn't let me read something that I would like, or I think I would like, or they think I would like, but you know, I wouldn't just buy for myself. And I read like a one shot or something, and I'm like, you know what, I think I like. You know, she's different than Logan, but it's still like she still has a little of that gruffness too. Like
100%.
It's like
Laura,
if they're having
Laura
coffee
Kinney
and
Wolverine.
cigarettes together, they're both like you know, like at each other. Yeah.
Laura Kinney Wolverine is actually the Wolverine that fans describe when they talk about why they like Wolverine. Like, because I, you know, as a person that has never been like I like Wolverine as a part of the X-Men. I don't feel like Wolverine is like necessarily that amazing of a character on his own. But the people that are big Wolverine fans, when they talk about Wolverine, I'm always like, that's like, I hear what you're saying, but that's not the character that actually is in the books that you're talking about, right? But Laura Kinney it is that character in real life. Like, it is actually the version of Wolverine that they think is, you know, that they actually, like, when the image of Wolverine in their heads, she's actually that in the actual pages of the book.
Well,
you know?
for me, it's different. Like, what you're saying is true technically. For me, it's not because I see them both the same. Like, in the books I've read, because I read a lot of solo Wolverine books, and you know, even like the more darker, like the Sam Keith books and stuff like that. And those are more like Vertigo books than they are mainstream superhero books. They just happen to be in the same, you know. They didn't take place with the X-Men. Like, they would deal with his like Soviet work and spy work, and it's all like some of them are implanted memories, some are like hallucinations that he's trying to figure out if they were implanted memory, you know. So, and you get to see him interacting with like people that, you know, it's not like the cartoon where he puts his claws away. It's like, that guy. Right. I mean, you punch at like 350 psi, and this dude's just a hick that's drunk, that's talking shit to you. You should have put your claws away, dude. You know, like, but he didn't. You know, so it's like, that's when you read those kind of books. That's kind of like, you know, the Frank Miller stuff, the Texera books. You know, they're a little different than what you see in, like, especially when you read like X books and he's in them, because he's still that guy, but he still has to deal with Scott, and as a dude that even though he's not like, you know, he challenges him, but he understands that he's still the leader, and he's like, he still respects rank because he's a military man too, you know. And it's like, until he goes berserk or whatever, or he lets his emotions get the best of him, then it's different. But when the task is there, it's like he'll do it under protest, but he'll still take the order, you know. He'll talk shit while he's executing the order, you know? Yeah.
Of course. All right, fellas. It's time for us to get out of here. Let's do some final thoughts.
My turn.
Yep.
WrestleMania week. WrestleMania is this weekend. It's 2 nights. I get to miss the first night because of work. getting conned to work into in a Saturday, but Sunday I get to see that. Sunday the first match is Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. I suggest everybody watch that because it's gonna be good.
The hype is strong, man. Like he's been talking crap about Lesnar. Like,
Dude, he
not
beat Lesnar's ass 3 weeks in a row.
yeah. He's like, one of the things he says, like, I've always been the one, you know, like, so it's
That dude's gonna be gonna be the guy.
Yeah.
Like Cody's the guy right now. He's gonna take it over pretty soon.
There it is. Oscore, give me some final thoughts.
Yeah, we'll see who's the guy.
Oz is tossing his hat in the ring.
Who do you think the guy is?
Not the guy that does this.
That's the best thing about him. Well,
this is how he walks.
Well, he walks a little more.
This fucking little drummer boy walk. Going up against the beast.
Oz is tossing a salad into the ring.
Moses Magnum, give me some final thoughts.
Let's see. I got nothing, man. I mean, thank you for watching. And I'll wait for one in chat says night, guys. He's going to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Night
there
wave.
it is. Good night.
That's Lloyd.
What up, Lloyd?
I'm gonna see him at Pizza
For the I know. For the entire Fantastic Forum, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate you. We will be back next week. In the meantime, let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you would like to see more of. Well, listen. So, with that said, we're the Fantastic Forum. Catch you next time.
Do the strut again, Oz.